1997 year in review continues with WWF's The King of the Ring. Hello, everybody. I'm Dana Rock 08 and talking about The King of the Ring. Well, it's one of the worst King of the Rings out there, honestly. It's not nearly on the level of shittiness that is 1995's King of the Ring. But 97's King of the Ring is pretty bad. I mean, it's better than 2000's King of the Ring, but that's not saying a whole lot either. So let's get to it. Oh, actually, before we get to it, one more thing about this show. Let's just say the action going on in the back is far better than the action going on inside. Because what's going on backstage is Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart having a fight. A real fight. Now, it wasn't actually a fight. It was more of a cat fight. They were pulling each other's hair and they were saying, fuck me, fuck you, fuck you. It was basically like two kids fighting at a school playground, and Bret Hart walked away with a huge chunk of Shawn Michaels' hair, and Shawn Michaels being the prima donna bitch that he was, crying and bullshitting to Vince McMahon, to his boyfriend. So basically, you have that fight going on, and everything is all hunky dory. They would apologize to each other, and so on and so forth. Even though Shawn Michaels would go on Raw as War and say that Bret Hart's been having some sunny days recently, but you know, and then the Montreal Screwjob happens, and whatever, everything's whole hunky dory for now between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels, it's rumored that he threatened to leave to WCW. I don't believe Shawn Michaels ever was thinking about going to WCW. He did show up one time on Raw wearing the Outsiders t-shirt, but I don't think he was serious about it. I think it was just being a prima donna bitch and saying, well, I'm going to WCW with my buddies. Fuck you. You know, whatever. Anyways, King of the Ring. Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeats Ahmed Johnson in the semifinals, and this was a mediocre match. Again, Ahmed Johnson's fucking over like crazy, but he didn't win this match, which was insanity. Honestly, maybe Ahmed should have won this whole King of the Ring thing if he was really the most over guy. I mean, he was being pushed far harder than any other guy. Mark Merrill is injured, so, you know, one half of McMahon's pet project is still here, and he's getting huge cheers, and he would have a big spot towards the main event. I'll talk about that later. You think he'd win, but he doesn't. A 4.5 out of 10. Whatever. Mankind defeats Jerry Lawler in a bad match that lasted way too long. This should have been a squash match, but it wasn't. A 3 out of 10. What's funny is Jerry Lawler was cutting a promo. He had the microphone in the backstage, and he was talking the whole time into the ring. And he does say this killer line. It's a funny, hilarious line. I miss old Jerry Lawler so bad. He says this very line. Mankind, you're so ugly that when you were born, your mother looked at your rear end and looked at your face and said, oh my God, we have Siamese twins. Fucking crazy. Fucking hilarious. That's funny as hell. Anyways, bad. 3 out of 10. But not nearly as bad as Goldust versus Crush. Oh my God, this match was shit. It was 9 minutes long. So I can't say it was as bad as Mongo versus Reggie White, even though it's still going to get a 0. But it's one of the worst matches in 1997. Very bad match. Goldust versus Crush. 0. Next up, the Hart Foundation defeats the Legion of Doom and Psycho Sid. Another weird thing is, I thought Psycho Sid was gone after WrestleMania 13. I do not remember Psycho Sid whatsoever returning at this point in time for much less a pay-per-view match. I'm pretty sure he was gone He had been gone shortly after because he was not at SummerSlam. I don't remember him in Survivor Series. So I don't remember him afterwards. So he had been gone again after this show. I don't remember Psycho Sid whatsoever. Anyways, they have this LOD and Sid. They have this crazy ass promos, yelling and screaming as it should be. Hearts talking about the foundation and family values and how great they are and so on and so forth. Surprisingly, this is a disappointing match. You would think this would be a good match, but it wasn't a good match. Jim Neidhart fucking sucked in this match. Hawk fucking sucked. Sid was good. Hella over. Hella crazy over. Sid was fucking nuts over, man. He was fucking nuts over. Huge, great balls over, man. Owen was good, but this match was just bad. It was just disappointing, honestly. There was a lot of weird spots. 4.5 being generous. Next up in the finals, just like Mankind versus Rocky Maivia, these two had much better matches. Their street fight at Warrior Rumble 2000, the Hell in a Cell match, No Way Out 2000. You know, great matches. Fantastic matches. This is not one of those matches. This is a decent match. Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeats Mankind and becomes the 1997's King of the Ring in a decent match. 5 out of 10. Now, WWE and the Triple H would like to say how much Triple H had to eat shit for the Madison Square Garden incident and how he was supposed to win King of the Ring 1996. Well, sure, maybe Hunter Hearst Helmsley was supposed to win the 1996 King of the Ring. However, thank God he didn't win the King of the Ring. This suits him better. Now, honestly, I don't think Hunter Hearst Helmsley actually ate shit. Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't he already have a hog pin match? It's not like the MSG incident happened, and then he had a hog pin match, and then he ate some more shit. Literally, he ate fucking pig shit. And then missed out on a couple of big name pay-per-views, and then was in the doghouse. No, the hog pin match happened long before the MSG incident happened. So I don't know where they're getting the punishments from, but anyways, that's a little bullshit. 5 out of 10, not nearly as good as their later matches, obviously. Whatever. Next up, we have a awesome match between Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin in a double disqualification finish. Fantastic match. I don't know if I like their match more at WrestleMania 14. That match is far more memorable and far more legendary and far more historical. But this match is pretty fucking awesome too. You have a legendary Botchamania line where Steve Austin is letting Shawn Michaels know that he is indeed number 1 or maybe number 11. I'm not real sure. Then you have another weird moment where a Special Olympian kid accidentally falls over the barricade and the security guards are trying to get him over the barricade. They're trying to escort him out or whatever the fuck. And then Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin, they're trying to work a match, and then Shawn Michaels sees this Special Olympian, and he goes over and helps the kid out. I'm not sure if it was real or part of a storyline, but it looked like it was a storyline. So Shawn Michaels helps out a Special Olympian, and then they have their match. And it's an awesome match. That's an awesome match. I don't know if it's better than WrestleMania 14, but it's a great match. An 8.5 out of 10. No contest. As both men start beating up referees. I don't know what was the deal of this month in pay-per-view. You had Randy Savage in Great American Bash beating the shit out of referees and beating the shit out of everyone else. And then you have Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels beating the shit out of referees. I don't know. I'm hoping the referees can get some health care. The wrestlers don't even have health care, so I don't know. Then we have Undertaker defeating Farouk in a World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title match in a bad match. 4 out of 10. Undertaker's back with Paul Bearer because Paul Bearer has a secret. He's blackmailing the Undertaker. He has a secret. And we all know what the secret would end up being. It's Kane, his long-lost brother that he tried to murder in a fire. But Undertaker knows it's true, and he has to play Paul Bearer's game. He chokeslams Farouk after the match 3 times, and then out comes Ahmed Johnson for some reason. Ahmed then Tiger bombs the piss out of the Undertaker, and then the Undertaker sits up and looks at Paul Bearer, and that's the end of it. So Ahmed Johnson closed a pay-per-view. And that's King of the Ring 1997. Overall, a disappointing show. Like I said, what was going on in the back was far more interesting than was going on in the ring, because what happened afterwards would be that huge cat fight between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels wearing an Outsiders t-shirt and all. That's hilarious. Anyways, a 4.2 out of 10. I'll catch you next time. I don't know what I will review for the WWF because I already did Canadian Stampede. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might do another Raw is War. But for WCW, it's Bash at the Beach. See ya.